The Bible is so clear is usually the moment that I tune into the conversation because the Bible is anything but clear. That being said, I do think it's more inclusive than you've been led to believe. Hi, my name's Jay. I used to be a pastor, and during the month of June, if you are looking for a pastor because you are queer or trans and are trying to hold on to some faith, I got you. This one's gonna be a little bit weird though. We're gonna talk about eunuchs, because eunuchs actually hold a lot of similarities with people who fit outside the gender binary in modern days. People became eunuchs for all kinds of reasons. Sometimes it was because they wanted to hold a high-ranking job. They underwent castration in order to not be a threat to impregnating like their boss's wife. Or like if a country lost a war or was in exile, the men would be castrated by the victors in order to try and erase bloodline. Regardless of the reason why people became eunuchs, one thing was definitely true. In a world that emphasized strict gender boundaries, these were people who were treated differently because they existed outside of those lines. Does that sound familiar at all? But listen to what Jesus says about eunuchs in Matthew 19:12. I feel like I just felt the old pastor come out of me when I said that. That's what Jesus says. He said some were eunuchs because they were born that way, some were made that way by others. This is the good one. Some choose to live that way for the sake of the kingdom. Doesn't shame them, he names them and includes them. A time when religious leaders were obsessed with control and gender expectations, Jesus expands the boundary of who belongs. If you've ever felt like your gender placed you outside of the boundaries of faith, remember, Jesus saw people like you and he made room. If you're new around here, please introduce yourself below. Let's have a great June.